No one noticed him when he stepped onto the plane. Not at first. He didn't wear flashy clothes. No gold watch. No loud confidence. Just a simple charcoal suit, a quiet face, and tired eyes that looked like they had seen a lot of life. His name was Daniel Carter, 47 years old. He walked slowly down the aisle, holding his boarding pass in one hand and a small leather bag in the other. Seat 3A, first class. He stopped. Someone was already sitting there. A white woman in her mid-40s. Perfect hair. Expensive sunglasses resting on her head. Legs crossed. Comfortable. Too comfortable. Daniel looked at the seat number again. 3A. Then at the woman. Then back at the paper. Everything matched. His heart beat a little faster. Not from anger. From a feeling he knew too well. That quiet question. Is this about to become one of those moments? He took a small breath. "Excuse me, ma'am," he said gently. "I think you're in my seat." She didn't look up. "I'm fine right here," she said. Daniel waited. Maybe she didn't hear him. "This seat is assigned to me." Slowly, she looked up. Her eyes traveled over him. From shoes, to jacket, to face. Then she frowned. "No," she said. "It's not." Daniel held out his boarding pass. She didn't even glance at it. "You can sit somewhere else." The words were soft, but the message was sharp. Daniel felt his chest tighten. "I paid for this seat," he said. "First class. Seat 3A. She laughed. A short, dry laugh. "You," she said. "In first class." A few heads turned. Daniel felt heat rise to his face, not because he was embarrassed, because he understood what she meant. He kept his voice calm. "Let's ask the flight attendant." She shrugged. "Go ahead." A young flight attendant walked over. "Is there a problem?" Daniel spoke. "Yes. I believe she's in my seat." The attendant turned to the woman. "May I see your boarding pass?" The woman handed it over without concern. The attendant studied it. "Ma'am, this ticket is for seat 18C, economy." The woman didn't blink. "That seat is tiny," she said. I moved up. The attendant looked surprised. Then she turned to Daniel. "Sir, may I see yours?" Daniel handed it over. The attendant said, "Yes, sir. Seat 3A is yours." For a moment, everything was quiet. Then the woman leaned back. "I'm not moving." The words hung in the air. The flight attendant looked unsure. "Ma'am, you have to return to your assigned seat." The woman crossed her arms. "No." Passengers nearby began whispering. Daniel stood there, holding his bag, holding his breath. The flight attendant looked at him. "Sir, would you mind taking another seat while we figure this out?" That sentence hurt more than the insult. Daniel stared at her. "You're asking me to move?" She avoided his eyes. "Just temporarily." Temporarily. Daniel felt something shift inside him. All his life, he had been told to be calm, be patient, don't cause trouble, let things go. He had done that for decades. At school, at work, in meetings, in stores, on streets, always swallowing the moment, always walking away. But today, he was tired. "No," Daniel said softly. "I won't move." The woman scoffed. "Wow, so dramatic." She looked around. People like him always want special treatment. The words cut deep. Daniel's hands trembled slightly, but his voice stayed steady. "I only want what I paid for." The flight attendant walked away to get her supervisor. The woman smiled at Daniel. "You're holding up the flight. Hope you're proud." Daniel didn't answer. A supervisor arrived. "What's going on?" The situation was explained. The supervisor looked at the woman. "Ma'am, please return to your seat." She shook her head. "No." The supervisor sighed, then turned to Daniel. "Sir, we can offer you another seat in business class and a travel voucher." Daniel felt his heart pound. "So you're rewarding her and punishing me." The supervisor didn't reply. Daniel slowly reached into his jacket, pulled out his phone. "I need to make a call," he said. The woman laughed. "Calling your lawyer?" Daniel looked at her calmly. "No." He dialed. When the call connected, he spoke quietly. "My name is Daniel Carter. Investor ID 7724. I'm on flight 482. Passenger has taken my seat, and your staff is asking me to give it up." The supervisor stiffened. Daniel continued. "I own almost 30% of this airline." Silence. Real silence. No whispers. No movement. The woman's face changed. Color draining. The supervisor swallowed hard. Daniel ended the call. The supervisor turned to the woman. "Ma'am, you need to leave the aircraft." She jumped up. "This is insane." She pointed at Daniel. "He's lying." Two security officers boarded moments later. The woman started yelling. "This is discrimination." No one spoke. She was escorted off the plane. Daniel stood there, heart racing, not victorious, not happy, just exhausted. The supervisor faced him. "Sir, we deeply apologize." Daniel nodded. "Before we fly," he said, I want a written report. I want to know why I was asked to move instead of her. Yes, sir. Daniel finally sat in seat 3A. His seat. He placed his bag down, closed his eyes. For a few seconds, he felt something unexpected. Tears, not from sadness, from release. Because for the first time, he didn't shrink, he didn't surrender, he didn't stay silent. The plane took off. Clouds drifted past the window. The world looked peaceful. But inside Daniel, something had changed. Power isn't always loud. Strength isn't always aggressive. Sometimes, strength is simply refusing to move,